So Yashar, we got about 5 minutes before we take a break.
Okay.
I asked everybody on the show what do you think will be the apocalypse? What's going to be the end of the world? You've probably seen some shit, huh?
I think the end of the world. I thought about it. I think it's gonna happen in 2 or 3 ways, based on. One is that sometimes I'm not sure if I know this expression correctly. Like they say, robbery went wrong. Like people go to do an armed robbery and they think it's an easy thing, but then it's not, and then they get caught. I think maybe one of these days, one of the corporations like oil corporation like Exxon and then they try to, because they have a lot of power. I learned that last year they made like $500 billion.
Oh yeah,
that's like 10 times more than the Iranian economy.
Right, and they do it tax free as well, which is so insane.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like a country within a country.
Right.
They may like push the U.S. to go invade, like, let's say, a country that's backed by China or Russia.
Right.
And then they may get in too
deep. Yeah.
And then there will be another world war, and then that could end the whole thing. That's one possibility.
Like nuclear. Like that's when everybody just start nuking each other.
Exactly, because when a war happens, it's all about paranoia and what your ego is telling you.
Right.
Like, oh, they want to kill you. You should kill them first, and then one thing leads to the other. And
well, once we get China involved, if we're going against China, I don't think we can beat China. We do have
Dude, they don't
the
even
world's
have
biggest
Facebook.
military.
We'll be social networking what to do.
How are we gonna?
I'll be sending out tweets. I'll be
Facebook.
sending out tweets.
Tweet bombs. I'll be bombing on Twitter.
But
Hey guys,
actually,
we need to rendezvous.
this is the funny thing. My Facebook account, got hacked by someone in Shanghai 2 years ago.
Right.
Oh.
I'm sure
So
it's
maybe
probably
somebody in the government has access to Facebook.
I bet you it's a lot like Iran, where they have servers and stuff. But I think it's for a long time. I know Google ran their filtration services, so it was like really, really strong. But I know that they pulled out, and I'm sure that there's networks where people can get on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously, if they're into hacking, they're already into some illegal shit.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? In the first
that's
place.
true.
So-
And I've heard Iran and China, they both have cyber armies, they call it.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Like cyber army. That all they do is they come and hack someone and destroy their website.
Well, when especially China, when there's fucking 2 billion people, there's going to be anything that you can do to make money, people are doing it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is.
Yeah.
It's like you think about how overpopulated we are in Los Angeles, where anything you want to do, it's like there's already 100 people doing it before you even think about it.
Exactly.
Can you imagine China, where it's just 2 billion people? That shit is insane. Okay, so that was one. You said you had a couple.
The other one is, I think, because of the pollution that we are putting out and how we are fucking up the natural resources.
Yeah, global warming and whatnot.
Exactly. At one point, the environment cannot support our habits and our system, and
Fight back.
we're gonna die.
I'll be long dead before this happens, right?
You think so?
I'm asking you. You seem to know more about it than I do.
No.
I'm like, man, your vision is grisly.
No,
Well,
I think,
with
yeah.
acid rain and even thinking like Fukushima,
Yep.
and we've got how many of these nuclear plants do we have even in the U.S.? And Fukushima is a total meltdown pretty much. There's like 4 of the reactors, I think, that are like in meltdown mode. Like Japan is fucked. You don't hear anything about it because it's just like so crazy depressing. But how long before that radiation comes to California with all, you know what I'm saying? It's just like
Exactly.
we're getting closer and it's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
All right, and number 3. Number
At
3.
least I won't have to do
three,
this podcast anymore.
Number 3 would be something unexpected, like asteroids.
Right, which could wipe everything out, like in one full swoop.
Exactly.
Whereas,
But in my opinion, this is my opinion, that's like not likely yet.
mm-hmm.
It's more of this like fight over natural resources or the environmental problems.
you think we'll do it to ourselves more so than nature, or do you think? I mean, I guess either way, we're kind of doing it to ourselves.
Yeah, it's like, we're doing it to nature, but then nature can't accommodate us.
Right.
So then we're done. And the fourth one, this may sound dumb, but it's a possibility. Maybe the aliens,
Yeah.
can show
Hell
up
yeah.
and like put us into little.
That's something I
That's
can root
Derby's
for.
theory.
Yeah.
He's all for the aliens.
I'm all about the aliens.
They may show up. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to end well, but I would rather go out like that.
Yeah, you think the aliens are here to save us or here to rape us?
Oh, definitely rape us.
What's the I forgot his name. Stephen Hopkins.
Hawking.
Hawking.
Yeah.
He said like, don't send messages to them because if they're powerful enough to receive the message, they may show up and treat us like Native Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look how we treat exactly every life form that we know treats a lower life form like shit. You either eat it or kill it, right?
Yeah.
Like that's all we know as humans, or as all we've ever known as living beings, and that's all we see of any living being in our universe or on our world, because we don't know where life is yet. But I mean, how would you think that anything would be different from them? If they're an advanced being, they're going to look at us and be like, we can get these resources from them, or we can eat them.
Exactly.
Humans taste delicious. Yeah, we're good. Tastes like chicken.
Says yeah. Nice fillet.
Oh, little
Put them some barbecue
little rump
sauce.
roast.
It's not considered cannibalism to them, you know.
No,
'Cause
exactly.
they're not human. They're aliens.
Although if they really look like the Greys, I don't know if we would.